Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bees. I'm a certified personal trainer and a proud anti-MLM advocate. And today we're going to break down some wild claims, from a Zip Slim distributor who says her natural GLP-1 is the solution to weight regain after taking a GLP-1 medication. It's not. Just to be clear, we're going to go through her video. We're going to debunk the pseudoscience and expose the predatory marketing tactics behind this MLM scheme. So I hope you have your favorite flavor of Dr. Pepper Zero. Crack one open. I hope it's extra crispy, and let's get into it.
I almost said good morning, but it's like the afternoon. I've got 30 minutes and I have a call, but I'm going to make my drink and we're going to talk about it. Yesterday, one of my posts got a little hairy, let's just say that. So I want to just clear the air on what I'm going to talk about today, so that everybody understands my position when it comes to this topic. So we're going to talk about GLP-1s and shots, peptides. You'll also hear them called peptides. I'm going to link below my GLP-1 that I now use, but we're going to talk about how I didn't always use a natural option and that I'm not against people seeking tools. What I am against is doctors not advocating for the patient and not setting up a future plan for these people. Because what happens, 60% of people don't have success with the GLP-1 after they're done. So they take them off of it and then they regain their weight. So that's what I'm against. I'm against people wasting money, not learning lifestyle changes, and not having a game plan. And so I'm here to say, here I am. I have your game plan, and this is how it can work in conjunction with what you're doing.
Okay, first of all, that's a lot to unpack in the first couple minutes. She starts off by saying she's not anti-GLP-1 medications, but wants people to have a plan and claims 60% of people regain weight after stopping taking those medications. Let me just say that this statistic comes from misinterpreted clinical data. A 2022 study in diabetes, obesity, and metabolism found that people do regain weight when stopping things like semaglutide. In this study, it was semaglutide, if they don't continue healthy habits. But semaglutide isn't meant to be taken alone with zero lifestyle changes. That's why it's prescribed with nutrition and behavior support. And for all of the things that I am mentioning today, the sources will be listed in the video description. She positions herself as the solution, offering natural coaching supplements and a plan, but this is classic MLM positioning. What she's doing here is she's creating a fear and then selling or attempting to sell people the cure for it without any kind of legitimate science to back that up.
So you can actually add my GLP-1, the natural, it's the Berberine, the postbiotic from Spain, the curcumin, cinnamon bark. You can add that in if you're using the peptides. That's okay, sis. I'm not saying you're a terrible person for taking those, because that would be like saying I'm a terrible person because I did take those things. So we're gonna make my drink today. I have just listed the GLP-1. If you want to talk further about the rest of the supplements that I do use and rely on for my deficits, then you just come into my DMs and we can have a chat. So today I'm going to get me a cup. This is one of my favorites. I got this at TJ Maxx. And we're going to just have a little talk before I go on to my call. And I'm going to use the Boom and a Cherry Slim. So let's get some water here. If you have any questions, feel free to hop on, or if you watch the replay and you don't see the red button anymore, just say #miss you. But the internet is just full of just people and their emotions. And to say that my post triggered a few people would be an understatement. But what ends up happening is you get a lot of people that are defending the peptides without any basis. And it's fine if you want that as a tool.
Kind of like you're trying to sell this product without any basis, as you said. I would like to say you're making a lot of claims without having scientific evidence to back up anything that you're saying when it comes to Beyond Slim's product called Zip Slim. Just my opinion, though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.
If you're 300 pounds and you've got cardiovascular issues and diabetes and all these other issues, then it's going to help you, because anything's better than, getting worse and having, body fat, and then you're not able to lose weight. So yeah, anytime you can get smaller, it's going to benefit your health.
That's a very general statement and also not factual. Not everybody needs to get smaller. I know that she was probably speaking specifically about people and the reasons that they take a GLP-1 medication prescribed to them from their doctors. But this vagueness, do you have a medical degree? Did you go to medical school? Are you a doctor? No? Just the run-of-the-mill multi-level marketing distributor that's trying to sell a product, fear-mongering people with their health, that you have a natural solution? Please.
Problem I have is most of the people that are going on them haven't had a biomarker testing. They're not looking at what's going on in their bodies. They're just trusting a doctor who's mostly on Teledoc. Like, you can literally say, I'm 20 pounds heavy and I want to lose. When you do it the right way and you fuel your body with the things that it needs. But again, GPs aren't helping us with that. They're not giving us those tips. That's where I come in. I like to say, hey, let's not do all the things that I did, because I am the poster child of failed diets that everything was a mess for. I think I got my hair stuck on that. That wouldn't be good in a drink.
Definitely.
All right, let's put some ice here. So I'm drinking Slim and Boom. This is not my natural GLP-1, although this does reset your AMPK switch.
Okay, before she gets into any of this, she calls Zip Slim her natural GLP-1, and let's be clear, there is no such thing as a natural GLP-1 medication. GLP-1 is a hormone your body produces. Drugs like Ozempic mimic that hormone. Supplements with ingredients like berberine or cinnamon don't even come close. Berberine may actually have mild effects on insulin sensitivity, but it's not a GLP-1 receptor agonist. No legit scientific body equates it to GLP-1 medications, and there is a berberine review from the NIH in the video description under the sources. And cinnamon bark. There's no consistent evidence it helps with long-term weight loss or GLP-1 mimicry. That's from the Mayo Clinic. Cinnamon and blood sugar is the name of it, and again, listed in the video description. Also, let's address the fact that she's saying she's warning people that doctors aren't testing biomarkers and that people get weight loss meds through Teledoc. This is extremely misleading. Doctors prescribing GLP-1 meds do require full labs, medical history, and BMI qualification. Online providers still follow all of the protocols, and the source for this, you guessed it, in the video description from the Cleveland Clinic.
Turns on your cells, and it teaches your body to create, turn food into energy. So this is what I drink twice a day. I wish that I had had it a lot more long ago, but I didn't, so.
This is straight up manipulation, and it's common, unfortunately, in multi-level marketing companies from the distributors. Undermine trust in professionals, then redirect to pseudoscience-backed coaching or overpriced powders. That's not healthcare, that's a scam. Let's talk about this AMPK switch that she's referring to. She makes the claim that it resets, that Zip Slim resets your AMPK switch and teaches your body to turn food into energy. I can't. AMPK is a real enzyme that helps regulate energy balance, but you can't reset it with a drink. Exercise and calorie control are what activate it. No powder flips a biological switch. And you guessed it, the source for this is in the video description. Zip Slim contains proprietary blends, vague ingredient lists, and no independent third-party clinical trials. Clinically backed means nothing without publicly accessible data.
We're gonna go in my office, and there we go. And I'm gonna make it very clear that I'm not shaming someone that has to take the shots or that is opting to do that, because that's your starting point. What I want to offer you is one-on-one coaching and to meet my natural doctor where we can help you bridge the gap, because people stop taking that and they gain their weight back because they weren't taught anything about their bodies. Deficits. Here, take this medication. Oh, good. You're at goal weight. and then you stop, and then you gain your weight 3 times as fast. So I'm here to offer the bridge solution, the game plan solution, the take this with your GLP-1 and maximize its results, fill your deficits in, because a lot of times we don't absorb our vitamins. Like if you've had a vertical sleeve like me, you don't absorb your vitamins in the same way that a person without that has. So you're going to want to look for absorption. Hey, Alexa, you're going to want to look for absorption. You're going to want to look for deficits. And your main doctor isn't testing biomarkers. They're not checking that type of stuff. So if you really want to know your body, I use a website called choosejoy.co. And I had my testosterone tested. I looked at hormones. I looked at everything. And I no longer just fully lean on a GP, because a GP is only going to give you a temporary solution. And I did those for a decade. I went and I got on Adipex. If you remember that, that makes your heart race like crazy. You're on Adipex. It makes you lose weight. And then what happens afterwards? Well, your weight comes back, because you can't just take Adipex your whole life. It's bad for you. It's like, it causes heart attacks. It's terrible. And that was one of my worst decisions. But I lost the weight temporarily. Again, every bit of weight loss that I ever tried was temporarily. I went and had a vertical sleeve, and I stayed thin for 5 years, and then my weight came back, because I never really addressed any.
Her language is so alarming to me. I don't know this person. This video was sent to me, which, by the way, thank you for sending this my way. You know who you are, and I appreciate you. And if you guys have something that you want me to see, you can send it through my website, erinbees.com. That'll be linked in the video description as well, along with a bingeable anti-MLM playlist and a Zip Slim playlist that you can check out. All the different videos that I've done on this. But her language is giving toxic diet culture. Her language is giving, in my opinion, disordered eating habits in a sense. I'm not saying she has an eating disorder. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying this language, it feels to me like there is an obsession with being thin. Thin does not always mean healthy, because everybody is different. But the language that she's choosing to use, I find really interesting. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments.
Of the actual underlying issues. So I did all the things. That's why I'm like, when I make my posts, it's not to shame anybody, because I was the person that did all that. I tried all that. I'm more like, oh man, I wish I would have known sooner, because I could have been healthier sooner. I could have lost all the weight. I could have lost the acne I was dealing with, but I didn't. I chose to listen to mainstream doctors. And I didn't even research one thing. And I was just like, oh, if the doctor says I should try it and then it'll help me lose weight, let's do it. And then as soon as I was done, well, I gained 30 pounds back. I had lost 30 to gain it. It's like the same 30 pounds. I just kept gaining and losing, gaining and losing, gaining and losing. Why not just learn how to deal with it? What's your body lacking that you can give it through supplementation and one-on-one support?
I agree with that, actually. You can learn healthy eating habits. You can make lifestyle changes. You don't need to use an MLM product that it has not been backed or shown to do anything that she's claiming. You can work with a registered dietitian. You can work with a certified personal trainer if you need one. I happen to know somebody. You can work with a therapist to work on your relationship with food, which I think is really, really, really important and often not addressed. You don't need to lean on an MLM company's product with a proprietary blend, thinking it's going to help you with any of these things. Address the actual issue. Go to a doctor, get a checkup, have a physical done, have your blood work done. Look at everything. Research everything. I think that part of it, the research, I think is really important. Asking a lot of questions at the doctor. And if you don't feel comfortable going to the doctor by yourself, maybe take somebody with you that can help you with asking these questions.
Support with a naturopath that's like, hey, yeah, you're gonna need to heal your parasympathetic nervous system. If your parasympathetic nervous system is on high drive, there is no way you can lose weight, because that's going to jack up your cortisol levels and make it impossible. You might be doing all the right things, but it won't last. Nothing will work, because your parasympathetic nervous system is on high drive. So that's where supplements come in. That's where a naturopathic doctor that understands the body and your cells and how they work is going to really be beneficial for you. I talk on my platform every single day about this. I have products that are backed by clinical studies, research, all the things, because that is exactly what I trust now. If I can see something that's clinical.
You trust an MLM company with your health? That's bold of you. I love how a few minutes ago she said, I did everything wrong. And what she's doing here, she's painting herself as somebody that is relatable in those struggles. And now she's making it seem like she's the expert. This is a classic manipulation script in multi-level marketing companies that includes trauma bonding. I struggled just like you, but now I found the solution. Want to buy it? She might as well be saying it that way. I know she's not, but yikes. MLM reps are not certified to coach anyone through metabolic health, and her supplement is not regulated. It's not tested or proven to do what she claims. I know I've mentioned that a couple times. Let's talk about some of the potential risks with this. Supplements like Zipslim are not regulated by the FDA. They can contain contaminants, and they can also have claims like, or make claims like cortisol regulation or parasympathetic healing, just like we heard. These are marketing fiction. None of this is evidence-based. And as you know, the source for that is in the video description. Pushing these types of products on vulnerable people, many of whom are coming off of medical weight loss, is extremely dangerous. Weight cycling has real health consequences like increased cardiovascular risk.
If I can see something that's clinically backed, studied, and has results for thousands of people, I want that. So
results from thousands of people are not evidence-based studies. Those are testimonials, which are subjective, and there's nothing scientific about it because the placebo effect is real, and people are so desperate to find something that works for them that they're willing to try anything. And it's unfortunate. It's gross. And I'm putting this video out, so hopefully people don't fall for this stuff. That's my goal here.
So hit me up, links below. I'm going to hop off for now. I do need to get ready for my call, and I will hopefully talk to you in my DMs, and just feel free to ask any questions. I'm very transparent, and I hope you have an awesome Friday.
Very transparent while drinking a proprietary blend with clinical backing, which is not a thing. Well, Zipslim is not a natural GLP-1 because that is not a thing. Berberine is not equivalent to medication. AMPK resets don't happen via powder, and MLM coaching is not medical guidance, and it shouldn't be medical guidance. Your health is everything, and to be trusting an MLM company and these reps that are not qualified to be helping you with any of this is beyond dangerous. See what I did there? Beyond slim, beyond dangerous. Her whole pitch is built on fear and false authority. You guys deserve real care, real science, real doctors, not a rep on social media selling placebo drinks using fear tactics. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. It helps me get the word out so more people find it and hopefully don't join these companies. And if you love today's video, feel free to drop your favorite food emoji in the comments. And together, let's continue to tell MLMs that we're not buying their BS anymore. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching all the way through, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.